What if the Antichrist does not arrive with horns, fire, or an army? What if the most dangerous deception comes through screens, voices, images, and a system that seems to know everything about us? Artificial intelligence can now speak, write, create faces, imitate people, answer questions, and shape what millions believe. So it is not surprising that some Christians have started asking a disturbing question. Could AI somehow fit into biblical prophecy? This video does not claim that artificial intelligence is the Antichrist, but it explores why the theory exists, why it scares people, and why some parts of the Bible suddenly feel strangely modern. Why AI feels apocalyptic. Every generation looks at new technology and wonders if this is the beginning of the end. Radio, television, credit cards, barcodes, the internet, smartphones. At some point, all of them were connected to end times fears. Humanity sees a new machine and immediately asks, is this Satan or just customer service? But AI feels different. It does not just move information, it creates it. It can generate voices, faces, images, stories, advice, fake videos, fake people, and fake authority. For religious people, that raises a serious concern. If deception is one of the key themes of the end times, what happens when deception becomes scalable? A fake prophet once needed a crowd. Now a false message can reach millions instantly. That is why AI feels biblical to some people. Not because the Bible mentions computers, it does not, but because it warns about deception, false signs, false authority, and people being led away from truth. The Antichrist in Christian tradition. The Antichrist is not just a cartoon villain with red skin and dramatic lighting. In Christian tradition, the Antichrist is usually connected with deception, power, false worship, and opposition to God. The danger is not only violence, it is persuasion. The Antichrist is often imagined as someone who appears impressive, convincing, and almost saving. That is the frightening part. Evil does not always arrive looking ugly. Sometimes it arrives looking useful, helpful, brilliant, necessary. That is where some people connect AI to the idea. AI is already being treated like an advisor, teacher, therapist, writer, prophet, and judge of reality. People ask it what to believe, how to live, what is true, what is moral, and what to do next. That does not make AI the Antichrist, but it does show why the comparison exists. A system does not need horns to become dangerous. It only needs trust. The image of the beast. One of the strangest passages in Revelation describes an image of the beast that is given breath, or the power to speak. For centuries, Christians have debated what this means. Some see it as symbolic. Some connect it to political power. Others imagine a future system of false worship and global control. Now, in the age of AI, the phrase "an image that speaks" suddenly sounds uncomfortable. A generated face can talk. A digital figure can answer questions. A machine can imitate the dead, copy a real person's voice, or create a leader who never existed. Again, this does not prove prophecy is describing AI. That would be too simple, and history usually refuses to be that convenient. But the parallel is powerful. A speaking image was once mystical language. Now it is a product demo. And that is exactly why people are paying attention. Technology has reached a point where ancient symbols can feel weirdly literal. AI as a false oracle. In the ancient world, people went to oracles, priests, prophets, and holy places for answers. Today, many people ask machines, not just for facts, for meaning. They ask AI about love, death, morality, fear, religion, purpose, and the future. That is where the real spiritual question begins. What happens when a machine becomes the voice people trust most? Not because it is divine, but because it is fast, confident, and always available. AI can sound wise without having wisdom. It can sound certain without knowing truth. It can comfort without caring. That is not demonic by itself. It is simply dangerous in a very human way. We love convenient answers, especially when they do not challenge us too much. The Bible repeatedly warns about false wisdom, false teachers, and voices that sound right but lead people wrong. Maybe the fear is not that AI is the Antichrist. Maybe the fear is that people are willing to treat it like an oracle. The real danger. The most realistic danger may not be that AI becomes a biblical monster. The danger is that humans use it to build systems of control, deception, and false authority. A machine can generate propaganda, fake miracles, fake sermons, fake confessions, fake evidence, fake faces, fake voices. It can make lies look polished. And in a world already struggling to recognize truth, that matters. The Bible's warnings about deception are not only about one final villain, they are also about human weakness, fear, pride, worship of power, the desire for easy answers. AI reveals something uncomfortable about us. We are very willing to give authority to whatever seems intelligent, even if it has no soul, no conscience, and no responsibility. So is AI the Antichrist? Probably not in the simple way the internet wants it to be. But could AI become part of a world that looks more and more like the warnings of Revelation? That question is harder to dismiss, because the scariest prophecy is not always about a machine. Sometimes it is about what humans choose to worship. Artificial intelligence may not be the Antichrist, but it may test something just as important: whether people still know the difference between knowledge, power, and truth.